Banksy's on.
We're back. Another episode of
Oh my days.
the Arsenal All Out. In fact, we've gone from Arsenal All Out tonight to Arsenal All Therapy. Hence, it's in the title. Yeah, I can't be asked to show my face on camera, as I made that promise in yesterday's video. And
before the show.
Yeah, Hollow Man's back, innit? So, yeah, I don't even know where to start. We'll just introduce the panel. We've got
Rory, you come as a scarecrow.
You what?
Come as a scarecrow from Batman.
No. He's more like Hollow Man.
Oh, madness. But, yeah, we're going to introduce the panel. We've got two more guests joining us. Josh will be here shortly, and I'm hoping Posh will be here. I don't know where he is. At this moment in time, I sent him the link, but he's not turned up.
Presumably.
You what?
Presumably he's in Peterborough.
But yeah, AT, what are you saying, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm chilled, man.
Arsenal, obviously.
Yeah, well, I just kind of messed up yesterday. Going into work today, those of my United mates were all up in my face and stuff. Well, I got to make them understand that when I cry, it's like rain to them. So they have to calm down.
And Thom, what are you saying, bro? You good?
Yeah, all good, mate. Yeah, obviously, yesterday, a big disappointment. Work from home today. There he is. He's from Peterborough.
Right, Bertie, come on, we're teaming up today. We're going to get these guys. I've had enough. We're teaming up tonight.
I just got here. I didn't realise we were.
I haven't introduced everyone on the panel yet.
We're teaming up tonight. We've got a lot of things to say because I've had enough.
Oh my god.
Not with you. You're real. Everyone else, I'm sorry, I've had enough.
Me and Dom are in the red corner. Come on, Dom.
I've had enough. I agree with
everything
you say.
This is like pure bloody box office. Oh my.
You say is spot on. Don't listen to what
Joe say. I'm not listening.
Everything you say.
All right.
Can I just say I was here waiting, but I don't know if the camera was in the background. I don't know, but I managed to re-enter and here I am. So
guess who else we've got as well?
I don't know.
Look at Oh, he's got the Morocco shirt on as well. Man, like Brahim Diaz.
Benham. Big up. Hey,
yeah.
Cheers, AT, man.
Yeah, where was I, by the way? Thom, how's it going, bro? You good? Aside from Arsenal?
Dom? Did you say Dom?
No,
Thom.
It's you.
Yeah, I went from Dom.
Sorry,
yeah,
it's hard to lip read when I can't actually see your face. But yeah, I'm all good, thank you.
And Seb, I think we all know how you are at the moment. But aside from Arsenal, like, how you doing, mate? You good?
No, they've wrecked my day. Honestly, I didn't sleep last night, and I can't take losing to that lot. No, I'm sorry. No, awful. I've had it up to here, and I'm in it now. Seriously, I've had enough.
And Posh, aside from Arsenal, how you doing, mate? You good?
I'm okay. It's just that my ear, this ear is blocked, so I've got to try and get an appointment tomorrow. But getting an appointment at these things these days is like trying to get Martin Odegaard to pass the ball forward. It's impossible. So apart from Arsenal and my ear having some issues, I'm fine.
Can anyone hear him?
What?
Nah,
Sorry,
God.
Sorry,
Not joking. And Josh, how's it going, bro? You good?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on, Andy, mate. Really appreciate you, bro. And yeah, all good. Big up everyone as well.
How was Barca, Josh?
Oh, it was amazing. This is the thing, mate. So obviously the game was on the day I came back home. So not only did we lose the game, also had to return to England. So it's kind of a bit
Double
of
whammy of being bad.
Yeah, you know how it is. But Barca was absolutely amazing, man. Like, it's a shame I only went for like 4 days. I wish I went longer, but I'll be back soon. But thanks, man.
By the way, I'm gonna get asked this so many times tonight. It's coming tomorrow, yeah. It's coming tomorrow. Unfortunately.
We want to see it live, mate.
No. Fuck off. Right, this is about Arsenal tonight. Yeah, well, I think there's only one way to start. Man United game at the weekend. I don't know where to start with that. Like, that is 3 games on the trot now where we've dropped points. We've picked up 2 out of the possible 9 when we're supposed to be in a title race. And there's, as far as I'm concerned, no man of the match, in my opinion. Like, no one stood out for me out of them 11 players. I mean, credit to Man United. I hate to say it, but, you know, they were probably the better team. Although, to be fair, it's just the same script every season with Arsenal, right? We take the lead, we're dominating the game, and then we just concede a goal out of nothing. We'll go to AT first. We said about the game overall, bro.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. Prior to the equalizer by Mbuemo, we were in control of the game, and we actually got a goal that our play deserved. But one thing about Arsenal is that we tend to be so conservative, so pragmatic, always wanted to be in control. And we saw what happened because Saliba probably have cleared the ball out, but we were trying to do from the back with Zubimendi. And for the life of me, I didn't understand that pass. You know, this is a professional footballer that is very good with the ball at his feet. But obviously, give the ball to Mbuemo, and you said the team talk would have changed. If Arsenal went into that game leading at halftime 1-0, it's have been a different outcome to 1-1. But all well and good, then Doug will score that beautiful goal. Like if my own players scored that type of goal, I'll run mad. But yeah, we had to go to the useless set pieces again to equalize. And seeing Cunha score that goal just kind of made me go crazy because when you think about the fact that before Cunha had that chance, Madueke was with the ball on the right hand side and took the ball to goal kick. I didn't understand what was going on there. I think the tactics were messed up. Yes, Saka was not doing that well, in all honesty. And Bruno Madueke was a good choice, but taking him to the left just killed him off the game. He had nothing to contribute anymore. So, in all honesty, I think the loss was well deserved. We kind of didn't play well enough. We have been struggling in our recent games in the Premier League, from Liverpool to Nottingham Forest to this game against Man United. And sadly, Man City and Aston Villa won their game, so the gap has been cut to 4 points. But I just feel that, I think we need to just change up the team a bit. A couple of folks are becoming too comfortable. Someone like Martin Odegaard needs to at least spend some time on the bench. When he didn't play against Inter Milan, you could see how fluid the game was. I'm not just playing everything on Odegaard, but I just feel like a couple of guys need to just take some time on the bench. Trossard is even getting tired. Maybe you could try someone else, maybe Eze on the left or Martinelli or something. But obviously, we have the game against Kairat, which is going to just be a start padding game. And when we get to Elland Road, we have to be very careful. So overall, I was not happy with the performance, and I think a whole lot needs to be done in terms of changes to the squad. Thanks.
Yeah, I agree. Dom, what we said about the game overall, bro?
I can't take you seriously in that, Mass. You're going to be so hot by the end of this.
Slender man.
I mean, look, Arsenal did what we asked them to do, didn't they? They rested game players against Inter and put a strong line up against Manchester United. Right approach, and things looked promising early on. Good high intensity start, first half hour really good, and Arsenal, deserved to get the lead. But as AT just said, it then went wrong after that. It wasn't a game of 2 halves, but it was certainly a game of good 30 minutes and a poor 60 minutes. It was a very poor 60 minutes from there. We made the mistake, individual mistake. It can happen in a game, but we didn't see the reaction we saw against Bournemouth when Gabriel did something similar. We saw the complete opposite. We saw Arsenal go into their shell, but I think that's what makes the result and the performance incredibly disappointing. Arteta tried to react with 4 subs. I'm not sure that was the right thing to do. Easy to say with hindsight, of course, but I think what that did was probably increase the panic, increase the sense that things were going very wrong once we went 2-1 down. And great strike by Dogu, by the way. Technically, it should have been ruled out for handball because it was handball, but that doesn't really matter. It doesn't change anything, really, because the point is that Arsenal didn't play well for 60 minutes at all. It was certainly a mid swing in the game when that happened, but as I say, Arsenal's 4 substitutions almost increased the panic rather than sort of calmed it down. Against Bournemouth, as I say, you saw the calmness that they could come back. They looked anxious yesterday, and that's the thing that worries me. I think if you look at that, AT's talked about the attack, and I talked about it last week. Just need to find the right combinations against the right side. And it was difficult to work out what United were going to do because you only had really the 190 minutes to work it out from there. But the adjustments in the game weren't quite right, and they kind of played how probably would have expected them to play, but you don't know that. But the thing that really concerned me was the reaction to the the first goal, sorry, and then the reaction after we scored. It wasn't really there, and that for me is the worry coming out of the game. I do still think it's just a normal dip in the course of the season. I think it will happen, but that for me was the bit that worried me, and I think we, as AT said, we've got to get it right. I don't think Wednesday overly matters. Could see lots of changes, and it won't really change anything. Partly because Carrot are so poor, partly because we're seeing teams set up very differently in the Champions League as we are in the Premier League, much more proactive, much more forward leaning. But Manchester United, to be fair, came and did leave spaces when they countered. They countered very effectively, and we didn't exploit those spaces when they left it. So we've got to get it right against Leeds. I think AT's right about changing up some of those attack. Ezra on the left, or Martinelli and Ezra coming into the 10. I think sensible. I think little things like that wouldn't go amiss, and just change it up, try and freshen it up, and take some of the pressure off. But it obviously is a very disappointing performance. Got to be disappointed with that for sure, because Manchester City might have won this weekend, but they've been on poor form. And as we talked about last week, it's a 7-point lead. It's still a good lead. A 4-point lead, still a good lead. I think only 4 teams have ever lost the Premier League from this point with that similar lead. But we have to change it round, and we have to get it right very quickly. And it has to start next week against Leeds because it can't continue like that. So, Mikel Arteta said it afterwards. The words were all right afterwards, but it will be about what happens next week rather than just the words in the post-match press conference.
Thom, do you echo what Dom's saying there, or do you disagree? You're on mute. You're on mute, bro.
Brilliant. Yeah, pretty much. I'm still a bit disappointed at the results, to be honest with you. I think you do have to question at times, we've seen it time and time again. Do these players really have that sort of mentality to get us over the line? We saw Marino score that equalising goal when it was just disappointing that we allowed Cunha all that time and space. And I was watching the game with my dad, right? And as soon as he got into that position with that much space, we both said no. And then it happened. Why would you allow a player of Cunha's quality from distance to have that much space? And look, Dorgu, brilliant goal. He's never going to score a better one, right? But yeah, as Dom said, there's a handball in it, and then Cunha obviously went on to score an average goal. But why? It's just poor defending. I think Marino was weak. I don't think any of them can come off the pitch yesterday and say they had a good game. And yeah, what frustrated me, there's a couple of things that frustrated me. The subs came on and nothing changed. There was no real sort of impact on the game. They've all been sent out onto the pitch and been given the same instructions. You sign Eze as your £60 million forward player to get us out of these kind of games, and he's next to Declan Rice half the time. And Zubimendi's not on the pitch when we're 3-2 down going for a goal. He's next to Declan Rice. Get him in the box. Get him on the edge of the area. He can do what Cunha just did, and I know there's been heavy debates around Victor Gyökeres, but the fact that he's in the 6-yard area and it went out for a throw-in.
No, but it was a foul.
Yeah, it was a foul anyway. Like, let's not do this.
There was no one around him. All he's got to do is get it past the goalkeeper and it goes out for a throw-in. Seriously.
It's not just Gyökeres that's the attacking problem.
I know.
I did just say
I'm
that
sure
none
we'll
of the
get to
players that played yesterday can go off the pitch and say they had a good game. So I'm not digging Gyökeres out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying all of them had a bad game. All of them are time wasters. I don't know why Ben White's the one getting picked on for taking 10 seconds on a throw when it was a lot of them. 3-2 down.
Can I just say, we hired a throw-in coach to improve our throw-ins, but they've got worse.
But yeah,
That's just mental.
Not my turn yet. Sorry.
That's pretty much all I've got to say, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll go to Posh anyway. I mean, sum up that game. It's just, I don't know what to say. I'm not words.
Yeah. What can I say that a lot of people haven't said already? Poor, useless, pathetic. And what I'm keen to say, where are all the people that said that Forest away was a good point? Where are they now?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
Premier League champions.
We started off okay, all right. I say we scored first. It was an own goal, but Zubimendi's mistake. That's the second time he's made a really horrendous mistake like that. First time we let it slide because we already we already won the game against Tottenham and we were 3 goals up. It was a bad mistake, but it was something we could just let slide briefly. But that was a turning point in the game. And when Eze makes one mistake at Villa Park, he's dropped from the squad for the next forever games. Is Zubimendi going to be dropped for the next few games? Is he going to be on loan to France? No, he won't be, because he's one of Arteta's favourites. And I've been saying this before. His favouritism is going to cost us, and his insistence on this one is going to cost us in these games. The attack was poor. I'm sure you've seen the graphic that came up on Sky Sports featuring Saka, Gyökeres, Martinelli, Madueke and Trossard, all of whom a grand total of 1 goal in their last 11. Well, only Trossard, 1 goal in his last 11 appearances in all competitions. I think it's going to come. There it is, as you can see. So for anyone who's going to blame Gyökeres for all our attacking problems, it's more than that. It's a system issue. It's a system issue from Arteta, as you can see here. It's just poor. It's just no other club is like this. It's like it's like we've deliberately played. I know it's not like this, but it does feel like we're deliberately just playing for corners every time. And I don't want to hear anyone saying about, Arteta's he's changed a reputation, has he? You got Ahmed Diallo on Twitter saying what everyone apart from Arteta's ardent supporters are thinking. Although he is wrong, we don't just rely on corners. We rely on own goals as well, so he's wrong on that point. And Martin Odegaard, honestly, if I could sell him in the last few remaining days of the transfer window, I would. I don't care if it only has one attacking. If we only have one attacking midfielder left, I don't care anymore. Martin Odegaard, I'm done with him. I've been done with him ages ago. Isn't it funny how our best performances have come when he's not been playing? At the Inter Milan game, I know it was a kind of no pressure game, but when he wasn't playing, we played very well. The games when he's been out of action, we played well, and it's every time he plays, it's like we're playing with 10 men. Ethan Nwaneri in 13 minutes did more than Odegaard has done in the best part of 2 years.
He matched his goal tally so far this season as well. It's madness. So far this season,
isn't it amazing how you can how a manager just says just go out there and be you, just attack. Yeah. And isn't it mental how Nwaneri can do that?
Facts.
Yeah.
I think I was going to say something else, but I forgot. It's the camera that's on me. No. I think I've said it all before. I don't want to make this all about me saying, "Oh, I told you so." But I did warn people that a result like this was coming, and it's been coming. And you alluded to this, Rory, on your match reaction. And I was saying this as well. It's been like this since the draw at Stamford Bridge, where we've been performing badly.
That's in the league, by the way. That's in the league. Right.
In the league, yeah, in the league.
Yeah, the Champions League.
Of course. In the Champions League, it's a different story. We play brilliantly. But in the league, with the exception being the 4-1 win against Aston Villa. There are, I don't want to say it, but we only did well there because Ampadu Onana got taken off. Is that me being too negative? I don't know, but the game definitely changed when that happened. Anyway, that's a different game. Yeah, since the Chelsea game in the league, it's been absolutely poor, and we've been getting away with it so many times now, and a result like this was coming. I mean, for God's sake, we had to rely on set pieces to beat Portsmouth. It's getting ridiculous now. Anyway, I'll let other people.
Hold on set pieces. What's wrong with using them if teams can't defend them? Like,
I get it, but when we don't get them,
there's a way of scoring set pieces, and then there's relying on them basically to score goals.
If you constantly rely on set pieces to score goals all the time, it's completely unsustainable.
Well, not if we're good at them. Like, if we're good at them.
Well, soon it will catch up on us, though. That's the issue.
Okay. Well, it hasn't
also,
so far,
another way.
Exactly. It hasn't.
But it will, trust me. Because all it takes is for them lot to park basically 3 of their attackers on the halfway line.
Right.
Another way that I've discovered that could stop us is long shots. I'd be interested to see how many goals we've conceded this season from long shots. I can think this calendar year so far, Krupi for Bournemouth, that was a long shot that was conceded. The equaliser against Inter, that was a long shot. Dorgu and Cunha's goals, both were really good. There were long shots. So,
I think the Brighton one was as well, wasn't it? If I remember rightly.
So that's one way. That's one way I think teams have sussed out on stopping us, and I don't want to. I don't want to make this all about Arteta, because Arteta's he's not solely to blame. Players have got to take responsibility as well, as I mentioned with Odegaard and Zubimendi. But again, Arteta's one that sets up the tactics, and I don't want to hear anyone say, "Oh, no one else can do a better job." Michael Carrick has managed Man United twice, 2 games in his second stint. The United were in a mess under Amorim. Same players. Carrick's come in. He's beaten Man City and he's beaten Arsenal. 2 games in. Same players under Amorim. Yeah. So don't you dare.
You know what it is, Posh?
Tell me, Arteta's the saviour and he can do an amazing job.
You know what it is, Posh, right?
United.
You know what Carrick has done since he's come to Man United? Well, come back to Man United, should I say?
Made them attack.
But he's pretty much allowed everyone in that team to have freedom.
To express himself.
What he's gone in there to do. Arteta hasn't done that in about 2 or 3 seasons, and that's the worrying thing for me. But anyway, we'll move on to Josh anyway. What do you make of the game overall, and players that disappointed you? I'm not even going to say stood out.
The whole team disappointed. Bro. The whole team.
Yeah, it did.
I'm sorry. I think the lads pretty much summed up really well. I just don't. I thought we started off the game well. I thought we started off the game lively, with a bit of intent, and we get that first goal. And then, how can you score a goal? You'll spend that TV momentum to push on and go and get a second, or go on. All right, we're in control here. How can you score a goal and then look worse? If anything, we scored that goal. Man United, that gave them a boost. You saw them few chances after that. They a few half chances there. And I'm thinking, why are we going into our shell? It's not the first time we've seen it this season, where we can see the goal. And not if we don't kill games off, or this happens, for example, I mean, we haven't. The thing that shocked me the most is the fact that it's the Emirates, right? Our home record, we haven't conceded 3 goals at the Emirates, and correct me if I'm wrong, since Brighton, the 3 when we got smoked 3-0, 3-1, whatever it was.
Not conceded any goals in total since
Luton Town, right? In total, in 3. That's the thing that shocked me the most. At the Emirates, when we've been really good this season.
Has Saliba and Gabriel ever conceded 3 goals though at the Emirates?
Probably. Oh, not the Emirates.
Up until
probably not.
Up until the weekend, obviously, but
I don't think they have. No.
That's the thing that shocked me. Obviously, it's the Man United side. Michael Carrick came in there, 2 wins. The second time he's beat Arteta as well. If you remember when he came in the 3-2 game a couple of years ago as well, he done Arteta. So yeah, I think that's the thing. Obviously, it's against them lot as well, and I'm looking in second half and I'm thinking like, where's the urgency? I think there's a lot of nerves going around with the players, with the stadium as well. It just seemed very, very, very flat. It just seemed like we were nervous, man. And it's 3 games now in a row. Liverpool 0-0 draw, Nottingham Forest 0-0 draw as well, and now obviously losing to Manchester United. It's like we had. That's why I was saying against Liverpool, it's a big opportunity missed. Nottingham Forest, a big opportunity missed. We know we are lucky that Manchester City haven't won a game in 4. You know, Villa lose to Everton at Villa Park, for example. But they're sort of now it's 4 points, you know. But we could have been out of clear. We could have put our chest out. We could have made a statement in some of those games. I'm not saying we win every single game, but you do not. 2 points out of 9 is unacceptable. And to lose that Man United side, right, at the Emirates, it's bad enough when we were at rivalry there, but when we're in a title race, for me, I saw that as an absolute embarrassment. And every single player needs to hold their heads in shame. And I'll start with the captain. Like, 80 won't like what I'm going to say, because this whole captain stuff and all that shouldn't be captain. Tony Adams came out and said it perfectly.
Exactly.
I was going to say, he was
The thing
right.
is, you know what it is? You know what it is, Josh, right?
Go on.
Tom told me last week that, oh, well, it speaks volumes that apparently Gyökeres got called out by Bergkamp and Henry when this captain got called out by our best ever flipping captain. So
Yeah.
that speaks bloody volumes, if it's anything.
Yeah, facts, bro. Like, this guy, I'm sorry, he ain't got it in him in these big games to grab a game by a scruff and let this guy has not got it. All right, he's not got it. I'm sorry. Like, he had his little, when he came back from injury, he had them 2 good games. But I've noticed now when it really matters in these big games and the pressure's on, this guy, he's so soft, man. I mean, he's not physical enough. You know, when he gets the ball, all right, look, was he involved for one of our goals? I think it was the first or second goal, wherever it was, right? But overall, as a captain, you need to grab a game by a scruff of the neck in these types of moments, and he just doesn't do that. Once again, getting hooked off at 56th minute, you know. And I think it might have been Dom who said it. Arteta, 4 subs. I'm all for making early subs, yeah. I think that's always the right thing to do. But 4 at once, I think showed for me, in my opinion, that he panicked a little bit. It was like, oh crap, you know, is a bit of panic going on there. But
as I said, he's only got one tactic. He has no plan B.
Yeah. You know, we've seen it all the time, really. And it's like people say I'm digging into Odegaard, but when you have Eze, you know, we're all buzzing to sign him, but Eze as well. Again, we're seeing the same problem with this guy. You know, Posh mentioned about Ethan Wanyeri. We have 2 players in this position who are not performing, but yet we don't give the opportunity to someone like Ethan Wanyeri, who goes and scores his first game for obviously Marseille in 13 minutes, man. It's like, if it ain't working, because it quite clearly for both these players, it's not been working in this position. I mean, we need to look deeper. I think overall, this is a mentality issue. Because obviously it's not the first time we've been here where we're in a title race. We've seen it in the previous seasons. And I was thinking, in games this season, we're shown this mentality where we can get over the line. Like, you know, the Fulham games, obviously Champions League, we've looked flipping ruthless in some of these big games. Newcastle going to St. James's Park. But then it's like, it's just deja vu, man. Like, year in, year out, same old Arsenal. January period comes along, right? 3 games now. And we have an opportunity to go out into the clear, man. And there's no, where's the mentality? The player, there's nerves once again, and I don't like it. Because you guys mentioned about Leeds away coming up. It's these games that worry me. Like, I'm not even worried about, we'll still go see Etihad and play Man City, by the way, right? But I'm not even worried about that game too much. I'm more worried about the ourselves. Like, the only way I think we lose this is down to ourselves and down to our mentality, like it has been in majority of, you know, the previous seasons, really. So, yeah, man, I look at it overall and I think, you know, players like Odegaard, Eze, who came on, not good enough. Noni Madueke, again, does absolutely everything right until the flipping final third. This guy could be a top-class winner if he actually knew what to do in the final third. But he's so, I don't get it with this guy. Like, he does everything right. He takes on his man. He looks lively every time he gets a ball. He drives with it, right? He gives you something a bit different than I think Saka's been struggling. But end products,
It's that final
It's
ball,
just-
isn't it, Josh?
So awful, man. It's so awful. So, yeah, man. Who else really? I mean, Zubimendi. Like, this is, as Posh rightly pointed out, it's not the first sort of mistake that he's made. I don't know about you guys. I'm quite concerned when it comes. Look, I think Zubi's been a decent player, and I think I do like the guy. I think he'll come good for us. But in some of these bigger games, you know, I still don't think he's looked sort of that top player there. And it's poor from him. It's lack of concentration from him. But yeah, I mean, Rory put up the stat of this attack, man. Of this attack, it's like, and the manager, as you know, since he's been here, I'm struggling to pick out names who's thrived under him. Like, or forget about, because we had Martinelli in that 22-3 season, we had Jesus, etc. But attackers that have sort of regressed under this manager. Because I look at players like Saka, for me, have gone downhill. I look at players, obviously, Martinelli's gone downhill. You know, Odegaard completely fallen off a cliff. Right, Eze's came in now. He's not worked out. Gyökeres, not worked out. Right, Havertz, not worked out. Jesus, again, injuries probably killed this guy off. But even he, against Man United, he's back now, wasn't good enough whatsoever. So, I mean, the only one this season you can maybe point out is Trossard. But this is the thing, we have a big attack issue. Arteta needs to, for me, be bold and needs to try and change something up, man, because the set pieces are all well and good if they work, all these own goals that we're getting. But, and I've always said this, I said, I don't care how we play as long as we win the title, as long as we win stuff out of it. Yeah, this is the whole 1-0 to the Arsenal stuff under George Graham. Yeah, but the point is, with the trophies that came at the end of it, so I don't really care if we win the league playing the way we play. I know it's not pretty, but then on the flip side, it's like, what if you don't? Like, it's serious problems right there.
What if you don't win anything, bro?
Exactly. But this is the thing. I don't get ahead of myself when we're in January talking about quadruples.
No, that's crazy talk. No one's won a quadruple before, right? I mean, you know, I think we can win things, but obviously if he doesn't, to answer your question, Rory, then there's no option at the end of the season other than to let him go. It's not my view that we will win nothing, but certainly quadruple talk is insane. Of any side, at any point, it's just not been done.
Can I just say, I knew we would get one in the chat eventually. So you guys in ski masks are ashamed of Arsenal. Shame on you. Who are you? How about you come on the stream now?
Like a night out in Lewisham.
No, I made a penalty enough.
How about you come on the stream now? I'll send you the link. Stick your email in the chat and we'll have it on the stream, yeah? But for now, don't chat to us because we've just lost to fucking Man United at home. We have picked up 2 points out of 9 and we've gone from a 7-point lead gap to 4 points. And you can't expect me or even Seb to question what's going on, even like everyone else on the panel here. So listen, each of their own. But yeah,
go and watch the 14th Cannon. He's cool.
Yeah, I thought I'd leave Seb until the end because I'm sure he's got a lot of things to get off his chest.
Before we go to Seb, Josh made a good point about Saka, and I just wanted to just bring that up. I know Saka should be doing better, considering especially the wages he's on now with his contract. Yeah. But one of the reason he's been poor this season is thanks to Arteta. His legs have pretty much gone. He got injured against Crystal Palace last season, and when he's been run into the ground and had no sufficient backup for him, rushed him back against Fulham, which a lot of people said was a bad idea. Next, the season afterwards, he gets injured again against Leeds, comes back, and again, forgive me for making this all about, I was right, and I told you so and all that. But I said on Gooner Gathering, if we're not careful, Saka could turn into the next Michael Owen, a great young player that has his career ruined by injuries. So far, I'm afraid it's looking like that. I had to get at that point on Saka now. Yeah.
Well, we'll move to Seb anyway. I didn't even think you had a mask lying around, but fair enough. He's going to take it off. Yeah, he's going to take it off. Sum up that game pretty much, and I'm just going to mute my mic basically, and I'll just let you.
You're mute, mate. Muted.
Now,
that's better.
I I've had sleepless nights, and my whole day screwed, my whole evening screwed because of this manager. I've had the lot. My phone's blown up. I was woken up this morning by idiots. I didn't get to sleep last night. The whole day, and even on my therapy course, I had to report all this. I had to make all this. Don't you ever, guys, in that chat, questioning what we say, don't you ever come and question it again. Because this is exactly why I'm talking about. This is exactly why. Do you honestly think I'm accepting losing to that scum? Do you honestly think I'm accepting that? No. That is the final straw for me now. This is exactly why we are not going to win this title. And I've been saying it week in, week out, that these problems, these cracks are eventually going to come back and bite us. We've seen it week in, week out. We have the warning signs all the way back in December against Wolves. We had those warning signs there. We had those warning signs against Everton. Yes, I know we won the game, but how poor was that? And now look what's happened these last few games. When we had the opportunity to go 11 points clear. And instead, we have taken 2 points. And yesterday was the big kick in the teeth that team and you all needed. The big kick in the teeth. Because I'm telling you now, this is not acceptable no more. Arteta, you are at fault. You are a fraud. You are an idiot. This is you. The reason we are 4 points clear and not 11 is because of you. With your stupid, conservative, pragmatic approach, your terrible substitution, and your inept in-game management. And I've had it up to here. Oh, but we're still 4 points clear. Oh, but we're still in every competition. Look, excuse me. We are in a title race, or supposed to be. Is these are the performances you want to win the league? No. And what summed it up? Look at how these players approached when we went 1-0 up. Look at how they approached. They were making mistake after mistake after mistake. The warning signs are there, and then what eventually happened? You got punished big time. Big time. Got punished. And then even when we equalised, what did you do? You were like, oh, well, let's just get out of here with a point. No, these points do not move you up the table. Getting points whilst other teams are faulting is not capitalising. What's capitalising is taking the points, making a statement, and putting the pressure on these teams, blowing it out of sight. All you've done is made Man City and Aston Villa and every rival fan believe and get ready for the popcorn for us. And you honestly think I'm sitting here accepting another season of this? You can think again, because honestly, you better make sure you win that title, because if you don't, more and more fans are coming for you. And if there is any talk about a new contract and a new deal for this manager, that just showed you all you need to know about these owners and this. It will come back. Will come for these owners. That just shows you everything you need to know about the ambition. And you need to listen to these ex-players who are coming out and saying how it is. You saw Patrick Vieira question about the mentality, the mental strength. You saw him question it. He's Mr. Arsenal. You've seen Thierry Henry question his manager a lot and question about whether this team is capable of winning. You saw that. You saw Tony Adams, who's also got a statue, question about this captain. This captain is a disgrace. Every game you are dropping stinker after stinker after stinker, and you're coming off after 57 minutes. So Mikel Arteta, hello. You don't trust this captain no more. Oh, but it was the players who voted for him. No, you are the manager. You were the one that needs to choose how the captain that can get you out of these situations when it's not going well, get us over that line. Can he do it? No, he can't. And I mean it. You were quick to jump on Eze. You were quick to jump on Martinelli when they weren't performing. Well, how about you drop this captain? I do not want to see this captain in this team for a good number of games. We've got the squad to do it, but yet Ethan Nwaneri hasn't been given a look in. What's just gone and happened at the weekend? Oh, surprise, surprise, surprise. Goal, assist. Good. Honestly, this just tells you everything you need to know, and it proves to you that it's this manager that is holding us back, and he is the reason why we are not storming away with this lead. And that's twice now you've been outdone by Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick. Twice. He's a championship man who were Middlesbrough. You got outdone by. Are you honestly telling me that this team is worse than that United team? No. United weren't even all that. We gifted it to them with those stupid errors, stupid mistakes, stupid lapse in concentration. This team is a disgrace. And I'm telling you now, they do not get this over the line this season. This will be unforgivable, and it will be your fault. And I do not ever want to see people question us about our support again. I do not ever, because that result is burned me, and it's going to be on my chest. I hate Man United with a passion so much. I hate everything about that club. They ruined my glory, my childhood years. The rivalry goes a long way back, and their fans are absolute idiots. But I'm telling you, and I've had it non-stop. And this, how dare you make us lose to that United team? How dare you? How dare you? You absolute fraud. I'm telling you that now. How dare you put in that performance? And how dare you buy Noni Madueke? I said all along on other channels, the man is not good enough. He is clumsy. He has no end product. How many Premier League goals has he scored this season? How many? None.
0.
There you go. That tells you all you need to know. And what summed it up? What he did yesterday, beating all his players and then just running off. And then what did that lead to? Their third goal. Honestly. And you wanted this guy, didn't you? You wanted this guy, Arteta, didn't you? You wanted this guy, didn't you? Didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. See, this is your decisions. This is your decisions. This is you. You. It is. Honestly, this is a disgrace. And this run of form better end now. And for everyone saying Liverpool was we're still 7 points clear. Nottingham Forest, we're still 7 points clear. Well, hello. This is why I've been saying weeks and weeks and weeks, and why I came on this channel last week. This channel, and told you last week was not a good point and was nothing to be proud of. Doesn't matter the fact that other teams had dropped points. What did we do? And now look what's happened. This is why I say what I say, and I say it how it is. This is why. And I need his title now. And when I also mentioned about other managers, about not winning the titles right now, do you honestly think they would do this what the Arteta would? No. Jose Mourinho wins you the league right now, and I even go.
Oh, here we go again.
You go. No. And I even reckon an out-of-date Arsene Wenger wins the league with this team. Unai Emery most definitely does. Most easily does. He's got Aston Villa third, 4 points behind us, and he's outscored this manager 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times with 2 different clubs. 4 times. 4 times. So don't say anything anymore. And another thing before I lose it even more, Another thing. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say now because another thing. Don't you ever. I'm on it tonight, and I'm ripping in. I mean it. Don't question what we say. We say it because we care. You honestly think at the end of the season I'm putting it up and I'm surviving the backlash from rival fans and the media when we throw this title away? You honestly think I'm sitting here and living through this? I'm not. We will be back on here cooking you all and saying the same old thing because we are getting sick and tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. And last night was the final straw for me because I am not sitting here persisting with this any longer. I'm going to keep saying it how it is every week until there's titles and trophies over that line. And at this moment, this team is not showing that they want to win this league. This manager is not showing why he's elite. He's showing why he's a nearly man and he's a fraud. He is showing it. Why? He's proven me right every single time. And I do not want to be proved right every single time. I want to win. Declan Rice sums it up perfectly what this club is about. You can see his reactions. Give the armband to him right now. Or Gabriel, right now. Get it off Odegaard. Be a man. And if Odegaard doesn't like it, he can get lost in the summer. He can go. Because he's not good enough to win us the league. And this manager is not good enough to win us the title. We are lucky that everyone else is being poor. Because if City were a couple seasons ago a little bit better, we would be nowhere to see. And don't rule this City out of putting together a run of 10 wins on the bounce. Don't rule that out. It's coming. They are going to do it. They're going to put together a run. As soon as they do that, and as soon as they go above us, it's the end. There is no coming back. So don't you allow them to get closer. But what you're doing is you're allowing them to get closer. And honestly, because of this pathetic approach of yours, pathetic substitutions, pathetic games management, pathetic everything. You're rubbish manager.
That was generational, mate. I can't even.
I mean, wow.
That was some rant, man.
You might actually unlock my monetization, tonight. Oh my days.
So I just wish you off that fence.
Oh my days. Yeah.
I'm just getting fed up now. I'm just getting fed up now. Every single week I keep saying the same thing. I keep saying this every week. But no, he'll win things. Oh, don't worry, he'll be fine. Don't worry, it's all going to be all right. We'll win the title. Relax. Well, I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing the same things that I've been seeing time and time again. And runs like this do spoil your momentum. They do. And they're hard to get out of. And don't you dare think Leeds next weekend's going to be easy, eh? Win for a whole game.
They've only lost twice at home all season.
Well, there you go. What happened to What happened against Sunderland when they were unbeaten at home? What happened there? Honestly, please. I'm just getting sick of it. And I can understand. I guarantee I'm not going to be a happy man at the end of this season. Just get me a new manager right now. Then when we might actually have a chance.
I think you've got a good chance anyway.
I just don't have any hope in this manager. I don't, because I just know what he's like. And I know he won't change his ways. And I know he won't change that captaincy. And I know he'll just stick to his favourites. I just know he will. We were accusing Arsene Wenger of doing this and then putting banners and hounding him out. Well, I hope these same people have the same manager energy for this guy, who's won absolutely nothing, while Wenger in his final latter years was at least winning FA Cups. What's this guy done? while spending nearly $1 billion with his own squads. And people mock Chelsea for being the £1 billion bottle drops. That's going to be us come this summer. That's going to be us.
I don't think it will.
It will. He has to
We'll
go.
find out in May, won't we?
No, he has to go. No, he's not winning. He has to go. He has to go. I've had enough.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd have never guessed.
I've had enough. Last night was the final straw for me. That's it. If you lose to Man United or Spurs, that's it. It's done. That's it. I do not take that.
Do you know what I do know? Do you know what I do know?
That's
I
it.
know that Jose Mourinho is 7 points behind Porto. I know he's knocked Benfica out.
Are
of
you
cup.
honestly not telling me he can't do it? He could.
Let me finish. I'll just let you waffle on for about 20 minutes.
Hold on. Lads. One at a time, please. Let Thom finish his point, and then Seb.
You keep going on about these irrelevant stats. Benfica are not Arsenal. We were much better.
Hold on, Seb. Let Thom finish his point first.
Benfica are 7 points away from top of the table in Liga Portugal, whatever it's called. I know Jose Mourinho has knocked out Benfica out of the cup, and they're currently out of the Champions League. So,
How many games in did he take over then? People think I'm joking when I'm saying this. I'm honestly not.
Okay. Jose's never happening, and he's not good enough.
Well, just get me someone that manager that says I'll win. Just get me someone. Even get Arsene Wenger back. I'd still be confident that he'll do a better job than this guy.
To be fair, it is Jose.
Sorry, Tom, go on.
It is Jose Mourinho's birthday, so I hope he has a woeful birthday, honestly.
I'm just sick and tired of this.
I mean, I think the thing is, look, we have to get out this rut, right? I don't think anyone denies that.
Get out of it now. I need to win now.
Let other people speak.
We obviously need to get out of the rut in the league. There's a big difference between our form in the cups and in the league at the moment.
Yeah, what do you think that is? What do you think that is?
Well, if you let me finish, I'd answer the bloody question, wouldn't I?
I'll tell you what it is. It's pressure. It's pressure. Pressure. There weren't no pressure against Inter.
When you were ranting, everybody allowed you to do the pressure.
Even if we lost to Inter Milan, even if we drop points, we'd still be top. There weren't no pressure.
My God.
This is pressure. We need these pressure. These pressure French games. They don't deliver, and we've seen it time and time again, and we're going to see it again later on in the season. We see it time. They can't deliver big moments because of this manager. They can't do it. It's not here every time. What did Rodri say in that title-winning season? He said the difference between them and us in that game, they wanted to win, we wanted the points, and we're seeing it in too many matches. We saw it at Anfield, Liverpool home and away. We saw it against Nottingham Forest. We saw it against Chelsea. We've seen it. Too many. It's too much. It's not good enough. This does not win you titles. Relying on your defence all the time when your attack is not performing is not sustainable. That can't win you.
It was for Jose Mourinho when he won the league with Chelsea.
Because he actually had an attack that he could trust. Drogba was firing. Hazard was firing. Lampard in his prime.
Yeah, relied on his defence though, and currently last.
Yeah, okay, but he had.
I don't know why I bother talking to us, mate.
He had Lampard.
Hold on a minute. Guys.
What do we
Can
have?
you at least? No, I'm sorry. Can you at least have some common courtesy?
Don't let me get his point across.
Right,
I
I was in the middle.
I have to do this, and then it's the same old rubbish.
Oh, mate, forget it. Don't worry about it.
Seb,
Just have some common courtesy to listen.
Hold on, let Thom finish his point.
This is form.
Well, hold on a minute. Let Thom finish his point, right? Because I'd actually like to hear him.
Every time. Go on then.
Well, thank you very much. Cheers. So I think, as I was trying to say earlier, look, Arsenal's form in the league, it needs to improve, right? There's no question. No one is denying it. No one has said at any point in the last 3 games that it was a good performance. It was a great result and anything like that. What it has done, of course, until this weekend, was it did slightly increase the lead. And Arsenal definitely need to improve. There is a big difference in our play in the Champions League and Cups against the league. That's undoubted, and Arsenal need to get out of it. Now, I think there's several reasons behind that. One is that the Premier League, I think, is it's not necessarily the best league. I think the quality has somewhat regressed, but I do think it's harder to get wins. We're seeing that with a lot of top sides now because, you know, when you look at the stats this season of where teams are, and this is across the league, albeit Arsenal are more affected by this, you're seeing teams compact the centre much more and dropping much deeper. That is an undoubted fact. And we are seeing Arsenal unlock teams in the Champions League or in the Cups when teams try and come out and play more. We've seen it a couple of times in the league this season when teams have come out. Aston Villa, you know, once they went behind, they had to come out. It created gaps. Leeds earlier this season, as an example. But in most games, we're seeing sides come deeper. The disappointment, I think, this one in particular with Manchester United, as I said earlier, was that United actually came out and played, and we didn't take advantage of that. And it was a very disappointing performance. There's no question about that. And it was our attitude, as people have rightly said, that wasn't right for this one. And it definitely was there. But I think in the league, I don't see any team going on a 10-game winning streak. Maybe it will happen, but I don't see it happening because I think the league is too strong to see that happen.
You'll be surprised.
Well, as I just said, I would be surprised. Literally, what I just said. That if any,
Please.
So I don't see any team doing that. Maybe they will, and if they do, they got a real good chance at it. But for me, well, Arsenal do need to get it right, and they do need to get it right quickly against Leeds because you can't keep on going, as everybody has said. I still think that this side is very, very capable. I think it is still in all 4 competitions, and I think that history kind of says that we are more likely than not to do it. And I think the fixture schedule is on our side. What we do need to do, although we have scored a lot of goals this season, I think there is some truth, and I've spoken about it before, and I think, Bertie, you were saying it earlier, was that the structure of attack isn't quite right. I don't know if it's a system issue so much. I think it's choosing the right personnel for the right opposition. I spoke about it again last week. You don't want Martinelli necessarily against a low block. You can see a big difference between him, which kind of speaks to the point I was taking earlier about where teams set up.
Why wasn't he born yesterday? Why did you bring
Let's
him away?
chill, man. Let's all
I just said
that was
I will finish the point very quickly because I know I've been on. Do you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll finish. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. But for me, I think we're going to win the league because it's pointless continuing because it's getting me interrupted.
I don't know where you get this energy from because I'm seeing nothing out there that's made me just do. You've just seen the same old crap. I've been seeing time and time again. This is what we've been seeing. And I'll give you a big difference yesterday from the difference between Carrick and Arteta. What did Man United were 2-1 up? What did Carrick do? Bought on Sesko for Dorgu. Bought on Sesko and said, you know what? Let's go for the third. What would Arteta do? Oh, Moreno. Right for right side, defender, shut it up.
Yeah, it's what most managers do. Last time we went
to do it all the time.
I was going to say last time we went more attacking, it actually cost us. But I agree. Look, Michael Carrick did very well yesterday. I've said the substitutions were wrong. But to answer your question, where do I get the energy from? Because I am seeing this side improve. I do think this is a very good squad. I've just said we're in all 4 competitions still, and that's where I get my belief that we can get over the line.
Do we have the manager to get us over the line? I believe we have the players, but do we have the manager to do it? I don't think so.
No, and I can understand that, and there will always be questions about whether Mikel Arteta can do it until he does do it, right? And that is, of course, a fair one. There is a danger he becomes Mauricio Pochettino. I don't think he will. I think we will win leagues this season. If he doesn't, I think at the end of the league, it's time for Arsenal to say thank you for what you've done, but it is time to move on and try someone new in it. But I do think, for all the reasons I've just said, that I think there are titles coming. I really do, and that's why I've just set out. We're in all 4 competitions. We are still top of the league. We're still scoring goals, albeit
people hold on to that.
Well, of course I do, because right now we've won more games than anyone else, and historically, only 4 teams out of whatever it is, 8 plus 25, 33. So 4 from 33 teams have failed to win the Premier League from this position. Maybe it'll become 5, but I don't think it will.
How many of those have been us? How many of those have been Arteta?
1. No, none have been Arteta from this position.
2022-23, 7 points clear.
Listen to what I said.
In April, gone.
Listen to what I said. Listen to what I said. At week 23, where we are now, I've just said 4 teams in history have not won it from this. Now, maybe we become the 5th. I don't think so, but I do think this is a much more experienced squad, much more experienced manager, and a better one. 2-3 years ago, I didn't think we were going to win the league. I really didn't. I thought it was fairly obvious we're going to fall apart, just like Chelsea this season, just like Liverpool a couple of seasons ago under Klopp. That's the difference.
Liverpool also went on to win other things. What did we as a manager win?
Oh, so far we've won one FA Cup.
Every cup in the cup, every cup, bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, I'm talking about Liverpool 2 seasons ago under Klopp.
They didn't do that. They actually got a proper manager that knows how to win.
Yeah, well, Klopp resigned and they hired Slot, who won with Klopp's side. But look what's happening to him now.
He's got things. Did Arteta beat him? And why didn't Arteta beat him when he had no attack?
Yeah,
no attack. They had all 3 of their key strikers out.
Yeah,
we didn't let them know. Too scared. Oh, as soon as it's 0-0, right? Let's just get out of here with a point. That is not what you do.
Well, as I said,
Bournemouth did. Nottingham Forest put 3 past them. PSV put 4 past them. Come on.
Well, as I just said, no one said the Liverpool result was a good performance. Liverpool defended very, very well in that game, but we have to find a way to break down this low block. But that is why, because of these low blocks, consistently, not just Arsenal, against many sides, it's why I don't think any side is going on a 10-game winning run this season. I don't. If they do, they've got a great chance of winning the league, but I don't see any side doing it.
City know how to break down low blocks. So do Aston Villa, and so did Liverpool last season.
Well,
there is a way how to do it, but this manager don't have a clue.
Well, as Thom says, why aren't they above us?
Why aren't they above us then?
For now.
Sorry?
Why aren't they above us then?
Why aren't we running away with this title? Why aren't we running away? We could have had this wrapped up now.
If City is so good, then they should be above us if we're
that
bad.
They will. But they've actually won things and they got things in the bank. They will.
They will. Not yet, so we won't know. As Dom says, we won't know till May.
It's coming. Yeah. It's coming.
We'll find out in May, won't we?
We'll find out in the cup final.
We'll find out in the cup final.
Because if City are so good, then we've got no chance in that cup final.
No.
If we get to that cup final.
If we get there, see, even we may hard work at that.
Because based on what I saw against Man United, I'm not going into that second leg of this Carabao Cup semi-final thinking, we've got this. Because Chelsea.
I'm even worried about Leeds in the weekend as well.
Yeah,
I'm worried
about every
because we didn't beat Forest to a 17th. Leeds are better than Forest this season.
Yeah, exactly. Much better. They're playing better. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Listen, right. I want to move on because I know Josh, I believe Seb and Posh, you lot alluded to Odegaard earlier, and I just want to say this now. I am sick to the back teeth of people telling me that Odegaard is still integral to this team. Right? Let's just have it right. He's not good enough anymore. Right? I keep hearing, oh, what a disrespect, blah, 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 blah. Every single time. What sort of respect has this guy earned in the last 8 months? I would love to know. I've still not basically got an answer to that question. What sort of respect he's earned in the last 8 months? Because let's be honest, he's had like 3 good games in the last 8 months. I'm sick and tired of coming on here every single time, speaking on Odegaard. Every time he starts, I'm like, I beg, please, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. But it's just the same drab every single week. He gets the ball from the halfway line, does a few touches here and there, and then just plays it backwards. I can't remember the last time that guy actually played a ball through that cuts the defence open, basically, that has led to a goal. Maybe Bournemouth, but that's about it.
About 3 seasons ago, when we played attacking football?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe Olympiacos in the Champions League, when we actually had space. That's it. I've never seen a captain hooked so many times. Exactly. It's unbelievable.
Exactly.
Like, if you are going to start Odegaard, then at least play your captain for 90 minutes, no? But he doesn't. He knows full well that he's not good enough, but it's almost like he's blackmailed into starting Odegaard because he is captain, not based on quality, because he doesn't even trust him to get us a goal. That just speaks volumes for me. So, listen, I'm sick and tired of it. I think we need to... If we do win the league, he's lifting that trophy, fantastic, great season in 2022-23. Time to cut your losses in the summer and bring in someone different.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't trust this manager to get the best out of any of these attackers. That's That's the issue. As Posh rightly pointed out, right? None of our attackers have exactly performed under this manager. Right, Saka, I guess, has improved, but now he's regressed due to injuries. Trossard, right? He's a purple patch player, I would say. Jesus, same with him. He'll perform really well one week. The following week, he will ghost. You've got Gyökeres, who this fan base, is scapegoated every now and then, which I don't get. When you look at the rest of the attackers, who has performed, right? You look at the current system we're playing as well. Have you guys noticed that we play our right back in the 9?
Look at where Saliba was yesterday. He was a winger.
Saliba was playing right wing. But according to Mike Tyson and Tony Claude, right? Oh, we don't need to tweak the system, do we?
I do find it odd, by the way.
Top of the league. We're top of the Champions League. We don't need to tweak the system, apparently.
Honestly,
it's just mental.
Appalling. Absolutely appalling.
It's mental. But we'll go to AT first. I actually don't know. Are you mixed with Odegaard at the moment? Because I've heard criticism from certain aspects on Odegaard from yourself, but also a lot of praise towards him from your perspective. I just want to know where you're at with Odegaard at the moment, bro.
Okay, so I think he needs to be protected. There's sometimes when you're in such a bad run of form that you need to go to the bench just to get yourself back. Odegaard is at that point in time when he needs to be protected from himself, because one issue I have with him regularly is the fact that he drops too deep. When he was injured and Eze was playing in the 10, Eze was playing like a real 10, and our formation was somewhat like 4-2-3-1. When Odegaard comes into the fray, it's like a 4-3-3, but he doesn't even allow Mendy to do his job. So Odegaard usually used to be very effective in the final third, but right now he's so deep, he's recycling possession so much, and he's basically not contributing, because when he gives the ball to Saka, he doesn't even have the recovery pace to go ahead of him to follow the intricate passes they used to do back in the day. We're not seeing that anymore. So I feel that at this point in time, he needs to just have a couple of games on the bench. Let's get Eze out there, or even Merino. Merino, as much as I hate to say this, has been a better player than Odegaard in the team, because at least he doesn't have to push ahead when he needs to. So my main issue I'm having with Odegaard right now is that he's nowhere close to what we expect from him, and he needs to go to the bench. He's still a good player. About the whole captain team, I don't really care. Anymore, as far as I'm concerned, we have many captains on the pitch. Rice, Gabriel, Yada. But Odegaard needs to go to the bench for a couple of games, then rediscover his form and come back to the team.
What about you, Dom?
Yeah, funny enough, I've got a video on this tomorrow. But I mean, it's pretty much what AT's just said. I mean, Martin Odegaard, obviously, this season, his first part of the season was heavily disrupted by those 3 contact injuries he's got. He started to look like, and Bertie was mentioning this earlier, starting to look like he was finding some of that form just after the Christmas period, with some touches around the box, looking much more confident, starting to take things on a little bit more. But I think AT is also right that he's not high enough up the pitch. He's coming too deep. Now, I don't mind an interchange with Zubimendi every now and again, just to mix things up as we're going forward. And as we were talking about just a minute ago, Saliba, I don't quite understand why he's coming so far forward. It's obviously an instruction from the manager. I don't quite understand that one, because I think it's leaving us vulnerable at the back. And I thought that was a daft thing to do yesterday in particular, when you've got a side like United that, aren't brilliant, but equally are 4th in the league, but are so dangerous in transition. But, Martin Odegaard, I think AT is right. I think he is struggling for form. I think Eze should be coming into that side. I don't think we just looked better on Tuesday or Wednesday last week. I forget which day it was now, when we played Inter Milan, because it was Eze for Odegaard. I think it was a very different type of game, which helped. But it's undoubtedly that in the last 3 or so weeks, Odegaard form has dropped right back off again. I still think the player is in there, but I think it is absolutely right. The question should be asked about him. And I think AT is absolutely right that you drop him to the bench, kind of like Eze has been for a few weeks. You take some of that defensive protection he does offer out, and go for that more attacking option, because right now we are struggling in the league to unlock teams. And Eze's not a high touch player like Odegaard is, but he is, a moments man. And right now, that game on Sunday was won by Manchester United with moments. Well, Eze has won games this season like Tottenham with moments. So I think absolutely that's what should happen to Odegaard. You probably play him on Wednesday for 60 minutes, get Ezra on, and then Ezra starts at Leeds. For me, that's what I would do. Alternatively, Ezra goes out to the wing, and you maybe look to go 2 up top, even, you know, with Jesus or Havertz sort of playing off Gyökeres, something like that, just to mix it up, because I think that's what needs to do. But I think Martin Odegaard, you know, spoiler alert for tomorrow, he does need to have that time on the bench because I think it will do him the world of good, let alone the team.
Do you agree, Tom? Because I know you're one of like Odegaard's biggest defendants in comparison to everyone else. It's fair to say in his team, only because probably he is captain. But you know, where are you at with Odegaard at the moment? Presuming you're still backing him, right?
I'll take that title of Odegaard's biggest defender. I'll take that title. I think it's fair to say that. I think if you look at him for just a couple of years ago, you know, I think since then, obviously, injuries haven't helped him. But I think, you know, I think he's lost a little bit of pace in him, to be honest. I don't think he's able to bring the ball forward as quickly as he used to. Which it's a shame to see, you know, that we've seen what he can do fairly recently. Obviously, 2 disappointing performances won't help his case, as I said on my fan cam. But look, it wasn't just him, you know. It was the whole team, as I said. So I'm not solely putting the blame on him.
Yeah, but should he be taking sole responsibility though? He's the captain.
Yeah.
Well, surely Gabriel and Declan Rice should then as well, because they're a part of the team that was involved.
Yes, because they've at the moment set the standard very high, haven't they? Right, but Odegaard, this has been a continuation for the last 8 months. So,
well, yeah, of course they've set the standard high, but the whole team were embarrassing. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
But they should all take as much accountability as each other for that.
Okay, I do agree with Odegaard's the captain. He's the captain.
Exactly.
But you can let it go for Gabriel and Declan Rice because like they are leaders in this team anyway. They turn up on a weekly basis, basically. When has Odegaard turned up on a weekly basis? He has like 2 or 3 good games and then he hides. I would like to know, like, the last time he's actually turned up in a big away game. Please tell me.
You can't.
Why are we narrowing it down to a big away game?
Because these are the vital games that win you the titles. These are the games you show up in.
Why don't City win any of them then?
Yes, they do.
Jose wouldn't win any of them, so you know.
Silly, of course he
Oh,
I think in terms
How many
of the
times
league,
did you use to slap up ceramic?
Please let them speak.
sorry,
Let
really
Dom
quickly,
speak.
I think in terms of the league, you win the league by accumulating the points, right? But look, Martin Odegaard, I think, you know, to Bertie's point, probably has to take more responsibilities because he's captain. But all the players, as to Tom's point, at the moment in the league aren't showing up, and that needs to change. And that's everyone from the manager who took responsibility on Sunday down needs to look at that. But Martin Odegaard, as a senior player, obviously will need to take his fair share of that. But I think Tom's also right that there is still a player in there, but we need to find it, which is why AT, I think, is also right that he needs a little bit of time on the bench.
Look, yeah, it's like I've as I said, I've been very critical of Victor Gyökeres recently, but you can't go. What? Why are you laughing?
What? I wasn't laughing.
Different sets of standards for Gyökeres than you do Odegaard.
Yeah,
Odegaard
this
is
is what I'm
much
saying.
worse.
I was gonna say
consistently.
no. I was gonna defend Gyökeres, but I was gonna say right, Victor Gyökeres. You can't go from a player who scored nearly 100 goals in 2 seasons to what he is now, sending balls out for a throw.
You can if you're managed by Arteta.
Okay.
Odegaard, right? Okay, cool. So Odegaard in the 22-23 season scored 15 goals, right? I think he was second behind Dele Alli, or he might have been first. I don't know, right? Look at his goal tally since then. So he's gone from 15 goals to then... How many goals did he score last season? 3?
Did he go from 15 to 11 to 3 to 1, I think, if from memory.
You don't keep the same energy for Odegaard, do you? It's you know, Gyökeres, isn't it? Because who's supposed to be supplying Gyökeres, by the way?
To be fair to Tom, he has a similar view to me on Gyökeres, which is that, you know, no one expects him to hit the goal scoring form in Portugal because it's a very different league.
No.
But I think Tom and I are both in the same place, and Tom, you should correct me if I'm wrong here, where actually we think that, you know, it's not all on Gyökeres. Gyökeres needs to do a little bit more, but equally, you know, I think he's still having to adjust. And I think, given a little bit more time, Gyökeres will start scoring goals. But I think Thom would defend Gyökeres as much as Odegaard, to be fair, as would I.
Well,
But it doesn't mean you can't ask questions of their form.
I'm asking questions of him and I'm criticising him because we spent all that money on him for him to come in and score goals, and he's not done that.
I mean,
He's not done that.
Okay, but Odegaard's captain though, so
exactly.
We're not talking.
how is he getting away with this? I don't get it.
How much did we spend on Madueke? How many goals has he scored? None. How much did we spend on...
Well, you weren't giving Madueke all this stick at the start of the season, though. So,
But
I
by
never
the
wanted
way,
that guy in the first place. We could have got much
What am I
better
gonna
players.
say?
We've gone elsewhere.
Yeah, you didn't either, to be fair.
Havertz cost more than Gyökeres, by the way.
Exactly. And then now everyone's calling for Havertz to come and save their season. Isn't this
this is what
even the same people who said no, he's not good enough, he wants to be replaced. Now look, seriously.
You know what's funny about that, right?
that's on your
We're saying that apparently Havertz up front worked.
This is a joke.
But
No,
we're
it's not
top. We're top of the Premier League. We're top of the Champions League, right?
not good enough.
We're semi-finalists in the Carabao Cup. Next round of the FA Cup, I think it's round 4 or something, right? Whereas with Havertz, what did we win with him up front?
Well, I think there is a difference there, really quickly, which is
How is that different?
no.
Rory.
Well, if you let me explain, so if you look at it, so I don't think either Thom or I have said that Havertz comes and saves our season. I think my view on it is that Havertz probably is a better system fit, and having him back gives different options up front, which I think is a good thing, as I was talking about earlier, with the different attacking options versus the different lineup. But I do think equally that Kai Havertz, obviously we haven't won anything with him yet, but I also think that this is a much stronger squad, more capable of winning. I still think last season, bar injuries and other things, we would have won stuff last season, but we obviously didn't for many reasons. But I think this squad is stronger. I think if you had Havertz leading the line, I still think this squad can win the league. But I think Gyökeres rightly has come in as a more clinical striker with a different profile. That is a good thing for Arsenal, and I think that you use both of them depending on the opposition. I don't think anyone is sort of saying that Havertz is the answer, or certainly not on this stream.
It's not.
But I think he's part of it.
Fans are saying we should bring back Havertz in the team when we hounded him out, basically.
Exactly. Well, why hasn't he been? And also, why hasn't he been playing? Why didn't he play against Inter Milan? Why didn't he play?
Oh,
Why hasn't he be playing? Why is he nowhere to be seen? If that's
I
the
reckon
case?
he suffered another setback.
It's
It's not reliable, but there have been a few reports.
Oh well,
I'm not
well,
gonna read too
surprise,
much into it.
surprise.
so he's had, what's that, 3 injuries? So he's had 2 surgeries. And he's had,
He all
Another
started
setback.
by going. Yeah, he all started by going on this reward to Dubai, as a reward for getting knocked out of the FA Cup. It was a surprise. This is how it all started.
And that
Honestly,
FA Cup
this
match
man.
was, and that FA Cup match was Man United at home, where Havertz, who all the fans are calling for, missed a shot from 1 yard out.
Exactly.
that's
Honestly, I
true.
am sick and tired of losing to them.
And there was a penalty in the shootout.
Well, I'm saying we still back Havertz. We still back Havertz because of the missed penalty. But with Gyökeres, oh, what the fuck is that? My head's on Mars. He's just hit one out for a throw-in.
Well, again,
Don't
Rory.
keep energy with the same players.
Well,
It's
again,
Kai Havertz because he came from Chelsea and he got a petty penalty against Bournemouth, and we all need to give him a song so he's all like comforted. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just
honestly, seriously,
it's weird.
but neither Thom or I have said that, right? Thom and I have both said.
No,
that,
I know you didn't.
But yeah,
said.
but
That's
sorry.
a trophy.
Sorry, I didn't hear you, Seb. Sorry.
What if you said that has led to trophies?
Well, last time I checked, I don't manage the team. But what I said was that Kai Havertz. I said very clearly that Kai Havertz, if he's part of your squad as a squad option, I think you've probably got a good squad. But we were right to upgrade him in the summer because his biggest issue is being clinical in front of goal. His goal scoring record in the Premier League is where you would expect most Premier League strikers to be, which is roughly 1 and 2 when he plays as number 9. But Arsenal, well, it is 1 and 2 when he plays as number 9.
No.
1 every 2.1 game. Hang on, let me finish.
It's not those numbers that win you.
Let him finish, man. Come on.
Well, how many players are of the like of Haaland? They're not. Most Premier League strikers are about 2 goals a game. He's about 2.1 goals a game as number 9. But as I said, that we were right to go and look for a more clinical striker in the summer to upgrade Havertz. That is what Thom and I have both said really quite clearly. I think Havertz has a role to play to both rest Gyökeres, which is what we want. Havertz is being, I think, maybe he is had a setback, but no other journalist bar Ishmael Khan or whatever his name is from the Mail is reporting it, can verify it. So it could be true, but I'm always dubious when only one journalist is confirming it. I think he's being sort of gently eased back, sort of similar to Jesus. I think the key will be if we don't see him in either of the next 2 games, then I think probably Khan is right. But at the moment, I'm still dubious about that one. But Arsenal were right to get a more clinical striker. That's what Thom and I have said. And, we're both very much in the same position, I think, Thom. You should correct me if I'm misrepresenting you there, but that's certainly my view.
I mean, back onto Odegaard, actually, because that was like the original topic. I just wanted to quickly ask a question. I want to ask a question, in fact, to Thom, right? Do you think Nwaneri is better than Odegaard right now?
Based on what?
Just in general. Right now, is he better than Odegaard?
No.
Well, one of them's starting for Arsenal, the other one isn't.
No.
Come on,
Even
you got your answer the weekend. You got your answer the weekend.
Well, yeah,
who is better right now? It's so simple. Like, this is Arteta we're talking about.
You got your answer the weekend. As soon as he starts with a different club, new manager, bang. You're not telling me you can do this
because he's playing with more freedom. I rate Nwaneri, and I want him to succeed at Arsenal, and his time will come. Give it 2 years. He'll probably be making his way into the
who's better right now? That's the question I'm asking.
We're waiting 2 years to win a title, and he did right now.
Well, no one's saying we're waiting 2 years to win a title. We're saying that Ethan Nwaneri is an 18, 19-year-old kid who needs a little bit of time to develop. Look, Martin Odegaard right now is a better player than Nwaneri, but he's not in form.
For sure.
But Ethan Nwaneri obviously has gone to France, which is a lower level. He is in a system that really suits him, and I think he's got that freedom, which Thom and I both would say that we need to. We've both said, and AT said it earlier too. Odegaard needs to be higher up to get into those positions where Nwaneri was. But I think I would have kept Nwaneri around. I think he's a very good player to have in the squad. I think he's a really talented player, and he would help an Arsenal title charge. From a development point of view, playing every minute is exactly what he needs right now, and he's not going to get that at top side. He wouldn't be playing at City, he wouldn't be playing at Liverpool, because he's an 18, 19-year-old kid. So I think it's probably the right decision for him personally.
Nico O'Reilly.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Last season, last season it was
James the question, like about
Lamine Yamal.
whether or not he's
There you go.
Last season, he got similar minutes to Ethan Nwaneri.
You had Amad Diallo as well.
Where's James McAtee now? What's he done?
Yeah,
that's why I said I know he's on loan, but I'm talking about Nico O'Reilly as well. Players.
But watch. Depends on the context. Someone like O'Reilly doesn't really have folks in front of him, right?
Yeah.
I theory, very up to it. Gazio is actually more preferred as a centre back. So O'Reilly's part is a bit easy, just like what happened to MLS last season.
Yeah.
But someone like Nwaneri has Odegaard, has AC.
Another one in the chat, Esteval, 18-year-old. Look what he's doing.
Yeah.
Another one in the chat. Thanks
To
for
be
that.
clear,
hold on. The question initially was: is Nwaneri right now better than Odegaard?
No, he's not.
Like, waffling about development.
No.
Like, is he better right now than Odegaard?
He's not.
Well, as we just answered, no, we don't think so. But
Serious.
yeah,
I'm in your corner, Rory. Don't worry. I think
we
he's
are.
better. He's better.
His time would come.
How is Odegaard better than Nwaneri right now?
No, as a player, right now, Odegaard is a better player. Right now, he's not in form. So Nwaneri is obviously done well in Marseille, but I've just pointed out the differences there. But Odegaard is out of form. But if you said to me, both players at the top of their game right now, Odegaard is better than Nwaneri. I think Nwaneri could be better going forward, but also just really clear, I'm not saying that young players can't play. As AT just said, it's about your position and who's ahead of you in the squad and where you're competing for. Young players can come through. They have under Mikel Arteta. That some have moved on since, but many have been given an opportunity. Nwaneri's minutes last season were quite high for a player of his age. He still played over 500 minutes this season, but from his development point of view,
another thing he done was that last season he also got very, very tired because he was exposed to so much football as a 17-year-old.
No, he didn't. Come on. Come on.
The last few games.
He's tired.
There's one training session.
So last year we had Sterling, right? And Sterling was crap. So we started playing Waneri in Saka's position, and Waneri played so many games, and at some point he couldn't even keep up. He started having cramps, he started having injuries.
Come on.
If you remember, before Saka.
Waneri never got injured last season.
Who?
Waneri, you mentioned injuries. Waneri never got injured. I don't know why you're saying he
Brighton. He got injured against Brighton. The one that he scored and he was sort of half time.
Okay, but I thought you meant the end of the
Yeah, he got injured in January, but that wasn't due to the amount of minutes he was playing.
No.
That was yet another muscle injury, which, believe it or not, has reoccurred going into this season. All these bloody muscle injuries.
I wonder whose fault that is.
Well, again, just on a statistical point of view, this season Arsenal are mid-table for muscle injuries, that aren't caused by contact. Arsenal are middle of the pack.
Hold on. We've had Nkapie muscle injury, Calafiori muscle injury, Gabriel muscle injury, Saka muscle injury. We've had who?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Saliba had a muscle injury as well.
Yeah, but again, what I just said.
Ankle.
What I just said was every team is having muscle injuries, right? Arsenal are about 9th from memory in the injury table. This was a couple of weeks ago, so it might well have changed. But I don't think Arsenal picked up any new injuries, so it shouldn't have changed. They shouldn't have gone up that table. For non-contact injuries this season, Arsenal are about middle of the pack. They've had a lot, and that includes Gabriel Jesus, by the way, and Havertz, who missed a lot of the season because of injuries they picked up last year. But Arsenal have had a lot of contact injuries this season, and non-contact Arsenal are about 9th in the table when you look at the injury table. That is 2-3 weeks old, that stat, but I don't think it'll have overly changed.
Yeah, but
they're second if you include all injuries, but that's where we've had a lot of contact injuries, so that makes them go way up that table.
But by the way, guys, Tom has to go, so just remind us where they can find. Well, they know where they can find you, but what's coming up on your channel this week, bro?
Content, I guess. I don't know off the top of my head.
You've run out of words because of all this.
I've run out of words.
This manager, get out.
Yeah, I'll get out. See you later.
This manager, get out.
Tom had a really good stream earlier, by the way, talking about some of the young lads we've been linked with for the academy. It's well worth checking out.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, lads, we've got obviously Kai right in the Champions League, which just
about that. Want to get back to English? I don't care. Just you wait. They'll put in the best performance. They'll put in the best performance ever.
What else is there to speak about? Like,
there's no pressure. Just you wait. Just like there was no pressure against Inter Milan, and look. But why can't they do it in these decisive Premier League matches?
It was pressure against Atletico, pressure against Villa, pressure against Bayern. We beat them.
No, there was no pressure again. No, there wasn't pressure again. But there'll be a time when there'll be
Bayern. There was.
No. The time there'll be pressure
against Bayern, bro.
There'll be pressure against Bayern. It's in the knockout stages. And can we do it then? Remember when we played PSG last season in the league phase? No pressure. Very good performance. 2-0 win. When it really matters at the stages, crumbles.
Beat Real Madrid in the knockout stages, though.
There was no pressure in that game because we weren't expected to win. PSG, we were expected to win, and
it was a big game.
It was a big game.
It lost me on this one, Seb, I'm afraid.
It was a good game.
Wait, is this true? By the way, Cole Palmer has handed in the transfer request at Chelsea.
I don't know.
I'll go and check. I'll go and check.
I saw a lot about him going Man United or something.
I heard he was homesick and wanted to go back.
Cole Palmer right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily, any day.
If it's someone like Indy Kalia who's tweeted that,
I'm just checking it out, boys. I'll let you know.
According to London is first, who's
no, it's not
Chelsea source. In fact, it might be someone else.
There's lots of reports, relatively reliable ones, that he's unsettled in London, wants to return to Manchester, isn't enjoying life at Chelsea, but I can't see. There is reports he's tipped to hand in a transfer request, but not. I can't see a reliable source saying he's handed one in.
I think it's fake.
Yeah, it might be fake.
I don't think it
probably is.
But still, I'd take Cole Palmer right now.
Oh yeah.
Although, to be fair. He's that, this is what I was going to say, right? Because he's pretty much been riddled with injuries so far this season. You just know if Arsenal were going to get Cole Palmer, we were going to spam him into this team straight away. Although, to be fair, he probably
He
won't
won't.
even start.
Knowing
Really.
Arteta, he would never get in over Odegaard.
No,
Yeah.
he won't. No,
Prime
he won't.
Ronaldinho would never get in over Odegaard.
No, he won't.
under
Exactly,
Arteta.
he wouldn't. No chance.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you go and
No.
spend all that money on him, I think he probably will, because he is a more natural 10. Whereas for me, I still think Ezra's best position is
Spend
probably
more
in
money
that
on
top
Eze
position.
than as soon as he doesn't track that Matty Cash for Villa's goal out.
Yeah, I think Ezra
Where's
should.
what was Odegaard saying? Stink on to stinker, still in play.
Well, as I said earlier, I mean, I would agree. I think,
Me.
as I said earlier, I would agree that Ezra, should have been playing more minutes. I think Odegaard needs some time on the bench. But I think my position for Ezra, I think I'd like to see him sort of playing that Trossard role off the left, particularly when Calafiori plays at left back, because he gets that overlap down that left hand side. I think that's Ezra's best position. But I think Ezra should be getting some minutes.
But there's a problem with that. He's off the ball. His out of possession movement is a problem. If he plays on that left flank, and you're using someone like Calafiori, he'll get exposed too much. We saw it against Cash.
Possibly.
Yeah, but who really cares though?
Yeah, it's actually a critical part of how we play, the way we defend off the ball.
Yeah,
Right?
possibly, AT. But I think that said, I think Gabriel, if you don't push Gabriel and Saliba forward, well, particularly Saliba's forward so far, Gabriel covers that quite well. And I think Rice has got the legs there. So I agree with you to some extent. That's where it creates a potential problem. But I just think at the moment it's worth the risk. You don't probably play Ezra if you're playing, a really good side in transition or a really top side on that left flank for the reasons you just said. Because I think Trossard can give you the attacking output and some more of a defensive work, or Martinelli. But I think if you're playing Brentford, I'm just picking on Brentford.
Yeah.
Then I think that's Ezra's best position. So I think Ezra is, almost a flat track bully kind of player. But I think his best position is off that left flank cutting in. I think that's where he is at his best rather than a 10. So I think if you went and spent money on Cole Palmer, I would play him in the 10 if he was coming in. And
Yeah, but one other thing that I felt that he should have done, and we tried it against West Ham, was to play Eze and Odegaard with just Rice behind them for low blocks. For some reason, we have not had the opportunity to do that again.
By the way, sorry, AT, but Josh has got to go. By the way, he's got a bounce. But just remind us,
sorry, guys.
Yeah, what's coming up on your channel this week? Just let them know.
Wednesday we'll be doing the flipping Kyrat game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how exciting.
a Chelsea defence drill, yeah.
Yeah. And then but obviously I think the one we will focus on is that big Leeds one, which becomes a huge game, doesn't it, now on the weekend, which it really shouldn't have been.
There's pressure on that game already.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have been that, man, for me.
Thanks to ourselves. If we actually did won these other few games, it wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's that role said, mate. It's that, and that will not be easy. I mean, they're fighting for relegation. They've really picked up their form. I think they got a draw again tonight, away from home. 1-1 against Everton. So, and I think Posh said earlier, was that two defeats at home?
They've lost. I believe they've lost only twice at home all season in all competitions.
Yeah, they're good at home.
Mental, man. Yeah. So that's one we're going to be looking at, but
they better turn up and play the free-flowing football. Better.
But yeah, no, thanks for being on as always, Rory, man, and big up the panel and the chat.
Yeah, Josh.
Take care, guys.
Bye, Josh.
Bye, bro.
But yeah, before we do wrap up, have any of you guys got anything else to say? Or, I mean, to be fair, Seb could go on all night, but
I've simply had it up to here now. I really have. I'm not saying this anymore.
But yeah, have any of the rest of you guys got anything left to get off your chest, or gonna wrap up?
I think Seb's done it for me.
Every week I say the same. Every week.
Oh my days. But yeah, on that bombshell, guys, we are going to wrap up. AT, what have you got coming up on your channel, bro?
Yeah, I think I'll probably do a useless preview for the Kairat game. Just see how folks that's bad. Maybe 5 or 6 goals just to get this out of the system. And of course, we plan towards Leeds.
And Dom?
Yeah, I've got a video on Martin Odegaard that we discussed earlier coming out tomorrow, which I recorded earlier today. I always give away my preview by talking about it on the show with you. But and then obviously it'll be the carrot on Wednesday, which is, you know, it's a dead rubber. You'd like to see lots of players changing that. Obviously, no Moreno, no Rice, but I certainly don't want to see Zubimendi in that game. I think a rest will do him good. But all eyes on Leeds. You know, Arsenal need to recover it. But as I say, I think it's a perfectly normal dip in most seasons. But we need to get it sorted, and that has to start at Leeds on the weekend.
And also, Bertie, didn't you also say that you think Saka's carrying something? Did you also say that?
No, I didn't say Saka's carrying something now, but I've been saying that due to previous injuries and getting rushed back after those previous injuries, his legs aren't exactly the same.
What's about Nottingham Forest? What did the manager say?
I do not listen to any nonsense he says in press conferences.
What about Forest?
You care to enlighten me?
What did he actually say? What did he say the reason is he didn't start?
He said he had a niggle.
And if that is the case, why did you pay him the full game against Inter Milan? And I've had enough of this awful game management. Why did he have to play that full game against Inter Milan if that didn't mean anything? Oh, man.
Well, it got us qualified for the Champions League automatically early, which I think is important. But I don't believe he had a niggle against Forest. I mean,
and why didn't he start the game? And why did you play that bastard?
Because as I just said, I don't believe he was injured against Forest. I think it's, you know, when you listen to Mikel Arteta,
lying.
Yes.
Oh man, right. I don't want liars.
Well, every single manager lies, so we're not getting any manager.
Pep doesn't.
Yes, he does. Of course he does. Yes, he does.
No,
Every manager does. He knows full well who's fit and available, but he says
So
the same thing.
there are different levels of lying. Eddie Howe.
Yes,
they are here.
But don't
they have Pep as one other guy just slightly below. But every manager lies. You can't give away your tactics, bro.
Yeah. I mean, from a fan point of view, you want to hear them telling the truth, but equally, you don't want to give it away to the opposition at all.
Yeah, of course. Of course. You have to be careful what you say, but don't lie.
Well, every manager lies by definition.
Klopp never lied, and Pep Guardiola never lied.
All the time.
No, they don't.
I can't name a single manager.
So Alex Ferguson never lied.
Yes, all the time. No. They changed an entire rule because of Alex Ferguson's lying. They changed the entire international call-up rules because of him. I mean, that's a slightly unfair.
Yeah, but that's even not a rule. That's not even a rule.
It is a rule.
Alex Ferguson has told plenty of lies in the past. Just ask Paul Pogba
or Roy Keane.
Yeah.
Your manager Jose Mourinho
and then
as well.
1.1 of the player registration and transfer rules of FIFA rules.
They're not proper rules. Everyone does it. And I mean it. This March, this next international break, this manager better do the right thing and say no. He better do the right thing.
For playoffs, for the World Cup,
there is any injuries in this international break, any injuries, and it comes back and bites us in the eye. Seriously, if there's any injuries this coming in this next international break.
Two things with that. One, we clearly do talk to international colleagues.
No.
Well, we do, because look at what happened with Calafiori in the last international window. Secondly, if any manager comes out and says he's withdrawing players from international duty because he wants to, because they're not injured, I can't think of a single example since the rule change that's going. Why? Because they get the foot thrown at them. Yes, they try and encourage players to be withdrawn. Yes, they encourage players to see if they will withdraw. But if a player wants to go, then they will go, particularly with the World Cup coming up. And secondly, if the player wants to call them, the nation wants to call them up, they can be called up. We saw Jesus or Martinelli, maybe both, have to fly all the way to Brazil to be checked because the Brazilians insisted on the rules to take them to release. That it's as simple as that. It really is.
And there are some regulations. Clubs don't have a choice in stuff like that, especially for international games, you know.
It's literally just that. The only exception is if a game is being played outside of a designated international window, and the under-23 Olympics, that sort of thing, they don't have to release for that if they don't want to, because it's not a designated window. Although the Olympics might be now, but it didn't used to be. It's as simple as that. So we have no choice in the matter.
You always have a choice.
So all you can do is just hope and pray that they go for their countries and not get injured and come back.
That's all you can do. Yeah. I mean, I can't name one single player since that rule changed, a manager that's come out and said, I've withdrawn a player because I don't want him to go.
No, you don't have to
Not
say
possible,
that. You don't
actually.
have to say that.
Guys, I got to wrap it up.
You don't have to say that.
Yeah, I got to wrap it up. Posh, you don't have you do have an account, don't you? But
You can find me on X at Posh Bertie, where I usually tweet about Arsenal, and you can find Dom in the replies saying I disagree. And
not always. Sometimes I agree, Posh.
on Thursday,
Dom, you need to listen to him more.
If I could finish
Me?
on Thursday, I'll be on the Mr. Arsenal podcast YouTube channel, being part of the Cannon and Jonesy show, where I'll be filling in for
You're a guest host.
It's a very good show. There'll be lots of laughs, and I think as Arsenal fans, we need a laugh at the moment. So
Posh,
I'm looking forward to being the co-host.
I was going to say you're a guest host, aren't you, this week, or is it going to be a regular gig? Yeah. No, are you a guest co-host, or are you a regular gig now?
It's not a regular gig now. I'm filling in for Jonesy, who's I believe he's not very well at the moment. I don't know, but I'm filling in this week. It'll be a good time had by all. So check that out on Thursday evening.
Yeah, looking forward to that, Posh.
And Seb, you got any articles coming up?
You got one coming before the Carrot game, and trust me, you know what it's all about.
Jose Mourinho?
No. You know what it's all about. Funny no
24
more.
carat
I'm
gold.
sick and tired of this every week now. Not even funny no more. Losing to that rubbish hurts me. Hurts me so much. I hate them so
it hurts
much,
us all.
and I hate their fans. Everything about that club I hate. But this manager is doing my head in. His boy, oh man.
But yeah, on that bombshell, guys. But on that bombshell, guys, we have to wrap it up. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Run the likes up on your way out, and we'll catch you in the next one, which of course next Monday in a bit, guys.